Hey guys, what's up? A while ago I asked you to ask me some questions because I wanted to do a Q&A video, so that's what this is. And I went through all the questions and I picked, I think, 15 or maybe 12 or something like that, and because I just didn't want the video to be super long. So first of all, thank you guys so much for all the questions. It was crazy to get that many questions. And so the first question was, what's my favorite song that I've ever written, and what inspired me to write it? I think my favorite song I've ever written is called Between the Roses, and it's going to be on my new album. And I was inspired to write that just because, I don't know, I guess I was just thinking about how love is the most beautiful thing in the world sometimes, you know, and love between people, love between, you know, anything. And but that it's also the most terrible thing and the most hurtful thing. So I kind of wrote a song that tells the story of that. And I don't know, it's a song that I can listen to or play, and it's just so relevant to me all the time because, you know, there's always things that we lose, always things that we love, people we lose, you know. So it's just something that's always relevant, and I feel, you know, will be relevant later on in my life, and was, you know, even relevant, you know, years ago. So it's just kind of a feeling I get when I play it. It's crazy, and I was recording vocals for it, and I started crying. It was weird. I get emotional in the studio, but that was just kind of crazy. So the next question is, what makes me depressed and what do I do to help it? I think the thing that makes me most depressed is being alone. Although I find myself alone a lot just because doing this whole music thing, I'm kind of all over the place all the time. I don't get to spend too much time with my family. And my family's all over the place too. Like, I mean, my parents are split up and stuff, so I don't really get to see them both that much. And I'm kind of just always doing my thing. Yeah, you know, I think just the fear, you know, I'm scared of losing people. And that makes me sad sometimes because I know in the end, you know, we're going to lose people. We're going to lose people that mean a lot to us, and I guess I get sad thinking about that sometimes. But then I just kind of realize that, you know, my friends mean the world to me, and, like, you know, I just kind of start to realize how important the people in my life are, and you guys too, because you guys are just a huge part of my day. And, you know, it's something that I can just, you know, if I get sad, I can just go on Twitter or something, and there's all these nice messages from you guys, and it literally makes me so happy. And that's what I do to help it personally, is I talk to people who are going through the same thing, and we just kind of connect, you know. And that's why I love it so much. And that's why I spend so much time on Twitter. What is the best part about waking up every day and enjoying what I do, and why? I think my first thought, first of all, every day when I wake up is, what am I going to post on Facebook tonight? Because you guys probably know by now I post something every night at 9 o'clock. So I'm just like, okay, what's going to be my 9 p.m. tonight? But I don't know, I think it's just knowing that I can spend the day focusing on doing something I love, and I'm doing it for you guys, I'm doing it for myself, and I think it's just thinking about all the work I put into it, and how far I've come, and how much you guys have helped me along the way. And I think one of my favorite things, though, is knowing that there's always a chance to work harder and do, like, cooler things for you guys and for myself, and, like, that every day is just like a chance to learn something, you know, something new. Like, you know, okay, maybe I'll learn how to do something cool in Photoshop, or, like, you know, whatever, anything like that. So it's just like every day is like I can make progress, and that's what I love. And, you know, I love doing what I do. I would not trade it for anything. It's been a lot of work to get here and to, you know, make it into my full-time job and make it into my I guess career path, but you know what, I've spent almost every day for the past 4 years trying to do it, and I would not trade it for anything, so I just love it. Okay, why did I name my band SayWeCanFly? I think 5 years ago, 2009, I was sitting on my bed, and I was trying to make a YouTube account, I remember, because I just kind of found out about the internet and stuff. I know I was kind of like late on that, but I just wanted to name my channel something like emo or something like cool, because I was in that whole like emo phase. So I was like, SayWeCanFly, like, that's kind of cool. I remember laying there for hours trying to think of a name. That was the first one that came to my head. And so I named my YouTube channel that, and then I started making music a little while later, and then I just kept that name for my music, you know. But, you know, I guess it's very straightforward. It's just, you know, I've always tried to believe that we can all do what we set our minds to, and regardless of what people you know, make us think or say, like, it doesn't matter, because we're all humans, we're all on the same earth, we all know the same amount of things, you know. Like, at the end of the day, we don't know why we're here, or what it's all about. So I just kind of just wanted to try to help people see that, I guess, and try to, like, make it your own, make your life your own, and just, like, you know, say you can fly. Just do everything that you want to do, and let go of doubts, and let go of, you know, what people say. Anyway, okay. Is there something I believe I have to do before I die? Yeah. I mean, I definitely got to play Warped Tour. That's one thing I have to do. And I don't know, I think working on this album I'm working on right now, Between the Roses, this has felt like a huge accomplishment to me, because like this is the music I've always wanted to make, and it's 16 songs, but it's like all my influences finally came out into this one thing, and it's like everything I've always wanted to make, you know, I made it. I'm making it right now. I'm actually like, we're just finishing up. We only have a couple days left of recording, and yeah, so I mean, I gotta make good music, I gotta help people, and I want to meet like so many of you guys too. So I'm gonna be touring in the summer, hopefully. Actually, yeah, like it's in the works right now, so I don't want to say anything specifically, but yeah, like I'm gonna be touring after this album is out, and I just really want to meet you guys so bad. Like that's a huge goal. So what is my biggest fear in the world, and how do I plan on overcoming it? My biggest fear in the world is failure, so I just, you know, work as hard as I can so I don't fail. And I don't know, I think that's the scariest thing to me is if I was gonna die tomorrow. I always think like, I don't want to have regrets. I want to know I worked as hard as I could at what I wanted, you know. What helps get my creativity going? What helps me write a song? Honestly, I used to just like type lyrics out. I'd be like hanging out or something, like, oh, this could be cool, I'll save it for later. But now what I did with this album, I turned my phone off, turned my computer off, and I just kind of sat with like a blank piece of paper, and so I actually lit candles too, and I had this like salt lamp too, and so I just got cozy and then started focusing. And I find that like if I'm like exercising, you know, like regularly, or like eating healthy, it's so much easier for me to think and so much easier for me to write. It's like if I start eating like pizza all the time, which I do a lot, but I've really cut it down. I started juicing, but yeah, if I'm like eating crap and like laying around doing nothing, it's like my mind is in that state too. It's not just my body. So it's like when I you know, try to live a little healthier, it's just a lot easier for me to be creative. So let me just think. Do I do anything besides writing, playing, and singing? I love taking pictures. I love photography. I've started to like get into animation too, and like movies, like shooting, like I guess not movies, but shooting things like film. And I love like editing, and I love that stuff. So I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna try to start to get into coding, like websites too, because I really like that kind of thing, technology. So I mean, I go for a lot of walks too, and I watch a lot of Netflix. I mean, when I'm like done at the studio, when I have like a night to myself, I'll watch like 8 episodes of a show or something. Like I love movies too, because I like grew up without television, so I just like Netflix, $9 a month or something, and it's like unlimited movies, so it's really cool. But I used to play video games. I used to play GameCube all the time. I used to have this game called Animal Crossing, and it was my favorite game, and I loved it. So I used to play video games all the time. But yeah, I'm just into like photography, and you know, I don't draw much, but yeah, I spend most of my time working on music, I guess. How do I feel about fan fiction? They're really interesting, and for the longest time I didn't know what it was, and then someone wrote one about me and sent it, or someone found one about me, and I read it and I'm like, oh, that's what fan fiction is. And it's kind of weird to me. It's funny, it's hilarious, so I think it's great. And I've read some weird ones about like Brian stars and stuff, and it's funny. But I'm down with fan fictions. If you guys want to write them, go for it. It's funny. If I could have written any song by any artist, what song would it be? It would probably be Some Will Seek Forgiveness, Others Escape by Under Oath, which is my favorite band. I actually have their lyrics tattooed on me. Some will seek forgiveness, others escape. And that song really sparked music in me. I think it sparked the feeling of something greater than myself. It's really hard to explain, but I just remember hearing it years and years ago, laying on my bed, and I just put it on, and I just felt like so happy. I'm like, music can actually do this to me. Like, and then you know, it just made me want to be alive. I don't know, it's really weird. So it's just like, this is kind of the song that showed me how powerful music is. And but I think if I wrote it, it wouldn't be as good. What's my favorite scene in Finding Nemo? I think my favorite scene is when the turtles are all like in that like bubble thing, and they're like, it's like I don't know, what do you call it? All those bubbles that are moving fast, and they're like, righteous dude. Like, it's so funny. I like that whole movie though. But I think Squirt is the cutest. I think his name's Squirt, right? The little turtle. But I used to love that movie. I used to watch it all the time. And apparently they're making a second one. I can't wait. But yeah, I like Finding Nemo. That's probably my favorite scene though. Do I see the world in a positive or negative light? I guess both, you know, it's just different sometimes. But I think the most important thing to remember is that what you fill your mind with is going to determine how you feel about the world. And that's why you know, I think it's really important to keep a steady mindset, keep a calm mindset, because then when things go crazy, they won't, you know, they won't feel as crazy, you know. And it's like easier to understand things, easier to observe things when you try to stay positive, and you know, because there's gonna be things in life, in the world, that make you sad. the world is crazy, and it makes me very sad that it is the way it is. But you know what? That comes from there's just so many humans in one place, pretty much destroyed the earth. Well, we're on our way, I think, and I guess the earth, sometimes I think of the earth is fighting back in a way, you know, all the crazy weather and stuff, and you know, it makes sense. It's like a living organism, and we're like these tiny things on it that act like we own it when really we don't. And so, you know, it makes me sad to see how far gone some people are, and how people actually believe in things like, you know, having to look a certain way, having to be a certain way, you know, society, money, like they're all just, it's all just ideas that aren't real. The only thing that's really real that I know is that I was born here on this floating thing in space, and I am alive, to the best of my knowledge. So I'm like, all the other stuff, that's cool, it doesn't make sense to me though. So it kind of makes me sad that people aren't more open to just existing and enjoying life, but it is the way it is now, so I don't know. But I like the world. I like it because there's a lot of like really cool people on it, like you guys, and it's just a chance to do something, you know. Being alive is the biggest like opportunity in existence. So have I ever thought of quitting music? Yeah, I mean, I've had the moments. I've had those moments where I'm just so frustrated, I'm like, I want to give up, you know, but I can't. I could never. It means the world to me. It literally means the world to me, and you guys mean the world to me. And you know, I can make videos and be my awkward self and play with my hair the whole time because it's always in my face, and I can feel okay doing it because I know you guys care about me and I care about you too. And if I didn't have music, I don't know what I would have. So I would never quit. I've thought about it, but it's like with anything, you know, you get frustrated and you're like, I'm done, like I'm done, and then you cry like a baby, and then the next day you wake up and do it again. But yeah, I could never quit, never. I'm just gonna keep working and try to reach my goals, you know. But yeah, I like this question. What was the hardest part of leaving my hometown to pursue my career? I just miss it, you know. I miss I mean, it's a cozy little place. It's called Lindsay, Ontario, and it's just always felt really safe to me. You know, it's literally like so in the middle of nowhere, and I love it. And I just love the cozy little spots. I think what I miss most is just the memories I have with people there. But you know what? It's just part of growing up. You gotta leave some stuff behind, you know. And I think, you know, I'm making more memories other places, and it's like, it's just the whole idea of not being in the same spot. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's how life happened. And you know, if you want something bad enough, sometimes you have to like literally go out and get it, and like go other places to get it, and do whatever you have to do to do it. And that's kind of my mindset. It's like, you know what, I don't have a cozy little spot that you know, go back to every day, but I have a cozy little spot in my heart, you know, and it's because of you guys and because I build this music thing. And it's like almost building a home wherever you are, and that's kind of how I've started to see it. It doesn't matter where I am. You know, I pretty much live like sleeping on people's couches and sleeping at my friends' places and stuff. That's just how my life is. But I love it. You just got to grow to love your situation. But I do miss Dave's Diner. There's a little diner called Dave's Diner that I really miss, but I still go there with my mom sometimes. What are some really hard things I've had to deal with in my life? I think like the youngest one I can remember is my parents splitting up. You know, being like pretty young, but yet like old enough to understand, and how much that hurt, you know, to see like the only stability I knew or had just like disappear. I remember that was just like really hard for me. And then on top of that, like at school, sometimes people weren't like super nice to me. So I don't know, I didn't have like the coziest like life, I guess, you know. But that's why I would just like try to create that for myself. That's why I started playing guitars, literally because I would I don't know, I'd just be so sad when I went home, and if I wasn't hanging out with my friends or something, I'd just be really sad, you know. And so I just started playing guitar. I would just spend hours and hours recording songs and writing songs, and you know, just that was my escape, you know. So there's that. And I don't know, it's just because like some people like passing away, like dying in my life, that like meant a lot to me. A couple of my friends and like my grandpa and stuff. But it's just all part of life and grows you stronger. Like everything that you go through, you know, as a human being happens to make you a stronger person. And that's really what I believe. And like you know, there was always moments where I could have given up and I could have just said I'm done. You know, I've gone through like depression a lot, and you know, I've had, you know, thoughts about suicide and whatever. And honestly, like I think it's pretty natural to have that, especially in the crazy world we live in now. So, but you know what? At the end of the day, this life is all I have, and it's just, I could give up. You know what? We all could, and there's no point in that because we're all going to die anyway someday, so might as well just enjoy the time you have. And if your life isn't the way you want it to be, you just got to do something different and change it so it is, and work towards getting it the way you want it to be. And that's the only answer, really. And just got to think positive, I guess, you know. That's what got me through everything. What's the hardest point in the recording process? I think it's, for me, for this album, it was, because we recorded all the acoustic guitars and vocals first, which took a couple weeks, and then it was like the time where I was done the vocals, and now we're like, okay, so we have the acoustic tracks and the vocals. What are we going to do with the songs now? Because it's like you have to pick a direction, you know, for all the songs, and every song has to sound different, but it also has to sound like an album, you know, come together. So we took 3 days to figure that out, and I was kind of scared. I was like, okay, I don't know, like, what to do. I could do like full band like Heaven is Hell was, or I could do like acoustic, or I could do somewhere in the middle, but I don't want to say too much. But the direction that I ended up picking is the coolest direction I could have picked, you know, for this album. It's very interesting. There's a lot of violins and piano and cello and all the instruments that I love, and I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. Like, I'm pretty excited. Oh, my phone. Also, sorry this video is like 20 minutes long, but you know what? I'm having a good time. So thanks for watching this far if you have. I've ever been afraid, like legitly afraid, to go on stage for a performance? Yeah, every single time. I get really nervous. I think I just have anxiety a little bit, so I mean, not that I don't like doing it, I love doing it, but it's just like so many people, and it's like, okay, like I gotta like entertain these people for half an hour, I have to like know what to say between songs, I gotta like sing well, and most of the time when I play shows I break strings, so I'm always like, oh, you know, it's kind of frustrating. But yeah, I get nervous for sure, I get those butterflies, but you just gotta remember, like, if you're doing something in front of people, that's your chance to like show them who you are and show them what you've worked for and like why you live, you know. That's your chance to, that moment you're in control and you have the attention of those people, and that's the greatest thing about it, is to know that like when I'm up there and people are watching me, it's all me, and it's all like whatever I say they're gonna hear it and they're gonna listen to it. So it's really cool, but it is scary. But anyway, so those are the questions I picked. There was lots more, and sorry I couldn't answer them all. Otherwise, you'd literally be watching me for 24 hours, probably 48 hours, because there's a lot of questions. But I don't know. I'm gonna do more of these. I guess I should really do more videos. I'm actually gonna be shooting all my own music videos for this album, and I'm really excited. So that's why I'm kind of getting into like film and video stuff, and whatever. So anyway, guys, yeah, I don't know. I guess I hate to cut it short, but it literally has been like 25 minutes. So I love you all, I honestly do, and I'm a very open person, so I mean that's why I'm always like talking on Twitter and stuff. And I don't know, I guess like when I used to have like bands tweet me back and stuff, I would get like super excited, but you know, as I started to do it, it just is a natural thing for me to just reply to people. And even though I can't reply to everyone, I wish I could. But I do work every single day to do that, and that's part of my day. Is like, okay, I have to like take time to do Twitter replies or like post replies, and I don't know. Thank you guys for just being there. You know, thank you so much for being there for me, because that's what it is, and that's how it feels. So I really do love you all so much. I hope you like this new album, Between the Roses. I really do. So I'm gonna be done pretty soon. Alright guys, I hope you have a nice day. Thank you for watching this and sticking around. I hope you learned a little bit about me, and I will definitely do another one of these soon because I really enjoyed it. So hope you all have a nice night or day and sleep, and I'll talk to you soon.